Hey Aquarius, how are we? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just sort of doing a bit of a check-in. Anything important you need to know about. We will be looking in on, work and career sort of stuff, the material world, as well as the more emotional stuff, the love and the romance. But starting off with, some general energy as well. Today I am using the Psychic Reading Oracle. I do have the Red Rose Love Oracle. The lenormand deck I am using is the Fairy Tale lenormand. Make sure you do subscribe, Aquarius. We are having some issues at the moment with, YouTube is, hiding all the Aussie creators content. So every single like, subscribe, comment that you're leaving, I do really, really appreciate that, especially being such a small channel. This is a passion of mine, and I would love for you guys to, show a bit of support as well. I really do appreciate it. Okay, but thank you. Getting into it for you, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know right now? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Fly high like an eagle. We have the eagle card coming through here. So this is like gaining a higher perspective, looking at things from a different angle, looking at things with like, kind of like giving me binocular view. You're zooming in on, you're stepping back and looking at your life from a distant point, but then you're zooming into, the things that are very, very important, where, it's kind of like the more, the more, the, the more you can sit back and look at things from the far off view, the more pinpoint accuracy it gives you about what I want to focus on in my life. Okay, so it's kind of time to really fly too. You've got a lot of good things coming in, Aquarius, in the near future here. We do also have the abundance card. Look at that, spreading your arms wide and being ready to receive it all. Spreading your wings, being ready to fly into tomorrow, and know that, the more that you can actually, get out of it's kind of telling me that, it's telling me that the more that you get out of the trap of the day-to-day material world, this is what I'm stuck in my daily life, and you're getting back and you're looking at life in a more broader view. It enables you to pinpoint where to find that abundance and how to create that abundance in your life for yourself a little bit more. But the abundance really, it's kind of, it's telling me that song. I can't remember which song. I'm kind of hearing a combination of a few different songs, I think, but it's the Moonlight Scorpio is the artist, and I think there even is a song called Abundance, but I'm hearing mostly the Money Flows song. Okay, that's kind of what I'm hearing the most there. Because I'm kind of getting money flowing to you, but it's very dependent on you stepping back and then pinpointing where it's coming from, and how to get it to come. A bit more freedom as well. I'm getting freedom, like spreading your wings a little bit and doing so in a very freeing way, where you're shedding off something, but it's like shedding off some sort of responsibility or burden, and it's enabling you to pinpoint your focus onto something specifically in your life that helps create this money flow for you. Aquarius, clarifying this energy for Aquarius. I'm seeing both imagery, both arms wide, wings spread wide. So, it's, and that always brings to mind that with arms wide open, the Creed song or whatever, right? Aquarius, clarify the eagle and abundance energy for Aquarius. It's like flying directly into money in some way here. Like, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of positive energy for you, being, clarifying this energy. We have the sun coming through first, which that's where you're getting that epiphany of, pinpointing exactly how I'm going to get this abundance and how I'm going to find happiness for myself is, you're going to step back and look at things from a much more objective, more world view kind of view, broader view, and then that allows you to pinpoint exactly what opportunities you do have around you. We have the key here. So there are a lot of opportunities for success, a lot of opportunities for you to find happiness here. I do feel for a lot of you this has got to do with your material success. We do also have the ship. So, the journey's only just beginning. All your ships are coming in. It's like that ship is kind of loaded up with treasure and it's about to sort of set sail to you. So it's very positive energy. For some of you, there may be an opportunity specifically related to travel, especially with the arms open wide, the eagle energy. It does bring to mind flying, plane travel for some of you there as well. So definitely, flying off into the sunset, opening a new door, opening a new opportunity for yourself that may have to do with flight in some way. So that may resonate different for different people within the collective. But lo and behold, you're moving. Things are moving forward. Okay, put it that way. But looking more so at the material world for you here. Job, career, money. What's going on for Aquarius with the material world, please? Job, career, money for Aquarius. It's kind of reassuring you, to be honest, because you've been through trouble. Yeah, we've had the trouble. We've had a lot of trouble. We've had arguments about money. We've had drama about money. We've had, punishing ourselves for the way that we've dealt with money, conflict with money. It's been a point of conflict. For some of you, this is more to do with your work life. You may have had, we might be coming off the back of some, conflicts at work, some arguments that have taken place, disagreements that have taken place, some even just little infighting kind of stuff, silly little work, trivial fighting, that sort of stuff, coming off the back of that. I feel for a lot of you here, don't punish yourself for your role in that. You did what you needed to do to defend yourself, to protect yourself. We have the bear there, but the thing is that this conflict that you've been through with money, it was kind of important for you to go through that, because it's like enabled you to learn how to protect yourself, how to put up boundaries when conflict comes into play, when arguments and things like that come into play. You've kind of learnt now how to fight it out, how to deal with conflict. Conflict resolution is what you have learnt. We have the book here as well, so you're more educated, you're much more wise now, and you can now turn that into part of your next chapter is, now I know how to resolve conflicts before they even get to that point of conflict, before it gets to be too troublesome. I can sort of nip it in the butt and nurture the wisdom, nurture the positive sides of those things. So it's kind of like you've kind of had all these opportunities to learn, which unfortunately have been through conflict, through arguments and things like that. But it's giving you this opportunity to learn a lot more about how to deal with that. And you now are wise, and the bear is very strong and confident. And it's like, I can now take care of this. I know what I'm doing. I can now teach. You see, this bear has got the two young girls, and then with the book there, it's kind of like you're now their mentor. You were one of these young girls when we were going through the conflict, but now you're the bear, and you can now teach these young girls, how to deal with conflict, and how to argue it out between each other and whatnot. How to, sometimes conflict is necessary. Sometimes arguments are necessary in order to sort of duke it out so that we can get to a resolution. And so your wisdom is paramount here with this, and you stand strong and tall and confident in knowing how to do that, and how to resolve conflict. It does seem very important here. For some of you, there is this issue for protection of your books, protecting the books, defending. It's not defending, it's protecting the books. Okay, so when I get books, when I'm doing career type readings, it usually talks about the accounts, the paperwork associated with the billing and those sorts of things. So the books, and whether that's your own personal bookwork, paperwork, tax, those sorts of things, protecting that. You need to protect your dividends, I'm hearing. You need to protect your interests financially right now. There may be somebody trying to create more drama, more trouble. I am just picking that up for a couple of you as well. So it's very important for you to protect the accounts right now. Make sure the accounts are protected. I just keep hearing the same phrases, protect the books, protect the accounts. So, that seems to be telling me to just, make sure that you do have password protections. Make sure that you are, keeping an eye on, the what the incomings and outgoings, and you're not having any, because it is kind of telling me miscalculations. So you need to protect the books from miscalculations. It is sort of telling me that there as well. But looking at love and romance, pardon, love and romance for our Aquarians. What's going on for Aquarius with love and romance? Ooh. I'm actually picking up on multiple energies around you. It may just be one person. No, it kind of does feel like for some of you this is two people, but for others of you this is one person. Firstly, we have the secret admirer card, the timid energy. Whoever this person is, they have a lot of fear. Okay, we have the fears, the afraid. Okay, they're afraid to come out of the shadows. They're afraid to show themselves to you because, they're very timid and shy, and it's because of fear, though. They're afraid of rejection. But this other energy, we have I'm sorry, the apology card. That does feel like somebody else for majority of you. Let's have a look here. See if I can get to the bottom of this, okay? So it does feel as though there is somebody admiring you from afar. But they're too afraid. Like, it feels like, I don't know why it's coming out, because it feels like they're not showing themselves. Love and romance for Aquarius, please. Starting with the secret admirer energy, please. Love and romance for Aquarius. Okay, so they will come forward at some point. They will come. It's kind of weird because it's like they're coming forward indirectly, and it's kind of like they're maybe that's where the fears are coming up, because they're very timid, and it's like I am telling Aquarius that I like Aquarius, but they're not doing it in a way that's obvious. We have the cross coming through first. So they do feel as though there's some sort of destined connection between you. They have faith that it does feel very strong energy here. Like they have faith that you kind of are the one for them, Aquarius. But maybe that's why the fears are there, because they do feel a bit burdened, and they've got quite a lot of responsibilities in their own personal life, I feel as well. But they do feel very strong spiritual connection to you. And it kind of scares them a little bit as well, because it's like, I think this is why they feel like you should just know. They feel like that, pardon me, they feel like you should just know that they like you and that they have this connection with you, even though they haven't actually said anything. They feel like, I don't need to say anything because it's such a strong spiritual connection that Aquarius can feel it. They may have talked to you about spiritual stuff, religious stuff in the past. But we do also have the rider and the birds. So they will eventually come towards you with some sort of chitter-chatter, some sort of conversation about... It may not even be, like I said, it feels very indirect. So they may come to you and talk to you about their fears, about telling, it's kind of like I'm getting someone kind of going, oh, Aquarius, we're having a conversation, and they're like, oh yes, I'm very, very shy when it comes to telling people I, have a crush on them. I'm very afraid of telling people I like them. But they're talking about you. They're talking about you. It's like, Aquarius, very shy, very like it's like they're telling you something and making it sound like, oh, it could be anyone that or just general that they're talking about, but they're actually talking directly about you and the fact that it's you that they're struggling to talk to and tell this to. So that may help you sort of know who that is. It does feel like they will be sort of coming forward and having conversations with you this week. But I don't feel that those conversations are directly about how they feel about you. They may mention that you may know who this is because it may be very spiritual conversations, conversations about fears, religion, conversations about trying to come forward to people, trying to talk to people. It's kind of, I'm also hearing, oh, Aquarius, you're so smart, you're so wise. Can I ask for some advice? So they may be coming to you and asking for advice, but it's actually you they're talking about. So they come and say to you, Aquarius, what would you do if this, and they want to know how to tell you, and they're asking you, how would you want to know? That kind of thing. It's a bit random. The apology energy for Aquarius, please. Love and romance for Aquarius. The apology energy. I feel like we have the mountain and the stars here. So we have Capricorn and Aquarius. So this person may be on the cusp of Capricorn and Aquarius. So, middle of January type birthdays for that. But it's like they're very goal orientated, this person. And I don't feel as though, they're very blocked, they're a bit of a challenge. They're a bit of hard work, this person. They do want to apologize to you, but I don't feel as though, they feel as though that's a far off wish kind of thing. Maybe they actually want you to apologize, Aquarius, to be honest. It's just background energy. It's not really coming forward. So you may just be sort of picking up on that energy this week that, oh, so-and-so's just thinking a lot about when's Aquarius going to come and apologize to me. But it's like, they're very workaholic type energy, very blocked, very goal orientated, very focused on their own self. Yeah, so it's just background energy. It's not really picking up too much about that person, to be honest. But that's what we have for you today, Aquarius. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, see what's, coming through in those readings as well. But make sure you do subscribe, and I will see you all soon.